Here's the thing that's quite interesting from my perspective. It says here that the graphics side of things is rated for 16.7 teraflops. Now, John, the leaked specifications were talking about 33.5. So there's a disparity there, and it makes me wonder whether there's other bits of information which were probably incorrect in those leaks. What do you think?
Right. It does seem that way, doesn't it? That's very interesting, actually, because we haven't actually seen that specific number, and I think the teraflop wars are over at this point, where now there are other factors that determine the overall system performance level. But it is funny, if you kind of Atari Jaguar style do the math, they've essentially bolted on an Xbox One X worth of teraflops onto the PS5, resulting in this machine.
I hadn't thought about it like that.
Right? Like, that's what they've done here, essentially. Yep.
Shout out to my man D for this, man. He's been fighting that good fight for that, RDNA free, RDNA for dual channeling, 35 teraflops, 300 teraflops, 900 teraflops, power of a 4070, 4080, 4090, 5090, as some of the ponies have been calling out. It seems that even John has actually finally succumbed to the fact that it is not what it was made out to be. You've also had the co-CEO come out and say that this is, temper your expectations. This is not a next-gen leap. And, well, let's just see how that's actually going to play out. Because oh, this is too much. This is way too funny. Oh, man. So, you know what? I'm just going to rub it in a little bit more. For those of you that know that I am actually getting a PS5 Pro, I've actually managed to secure one for 50 quid. Yep. Don't ask how, don't ask why, but I've still got my original PS5. I haven't traded anything in. So while the PlayStation fans out there are paying $700 for their PS5 Pro, I've actually secured one for £50. And I've also got the digital, the disc drive, which is £100 that I paid for, which I'm probably going to sell on eBay potentially and make £300. So at this point, Sony is paying me to get a PS5 Pro. Oh, this feels good. Oh, man. Oh, this feels dirty. This feels dirty. And you know what? It feels good. But anyway, with that out of the way, oh man, they have been shouting that 33, 40, 50, 60 teraflops from the rooftops, and now they are all scrambling in the stables to come up with a response saying it's just a boosted PS5. It was never just a boosted PS5. This was their savior. But you know what? As J-Rock says, Digital Foundry left bewildered. It's hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. Can't really say more about that, but we'll see anyway as they get into it a bit more. Oh, attacked on Xbox One X. Oh man, they got done dirty. I just like the fact that I'm paying way less than PlayStation fans for that console. At this point they're just giving it to me for free, and it feels good. So, coming on to some Square Enix news, and it looks like Yoshi P says Square Enix plans to increase its titles, releasing simultaneously on each platform, with Fantasian being one of those, and would like for Xbox players to play it too. This is coming day one. This was originally available on the Apple Arcade. It's coming to all platforms: Switch, PS5, PS4, Xbox Series X and S, and Steam. This is definitely a day one for me, hoping it's going to be a Play Anywhere title, because that will mean, even better for me, because I can switch between PC and Xbox whenever I want, because I've got kids and they always are on either my PC or my Xbox, and I don't kick my kids off. But I am really looking forward to this, but this is their way of trying to kickstart that whole releasing everything like Sega Atlas does, and I think it's a good thing. This time the Xbox Series XS version will also be released At the same time, from now on, Square Enix plans to increase the amount of titles releasing simultaneously on each platform. This is close to the first part of that, so we'd love for Xbox users to play it too. And I think this is fantastic news. This is great news, and one that, fans should be happy about. This also puts a huge kind of emphasis on future titles. Now, I know people are going to bring up Romancing Saga that just came out, but these titles were already in development. It looks like, those that started at a certain point going forward are the ones being catered for. So anything from now going forward, like Final Fantasy 17, in theory at the very least, should be day one on Xbox's platform. So that's good. More and more companies now are starting to see that releasing their games just exclusively on one platform isn't getting them the returns that they want, and just relying on the PlayStation fans who pretty much don't buy a lot of games is not enough. So they're going to leverage the PC market, they're going to leverage the Xbox market, and they are going to leverage the Switch market, which is what a multi-platform company should be doing in order to maximize their profits, so they no longer turn around and say that, the sales were underwhelming or they didn't meet their expectations. Hopefully, the next big game that comes out, or even Fantasian, will have met their expectations and will have shown Square Enix that this is the right thing to do, as many other companies like Sega Atlas have seen already. So, great news for those of you that love Square Enix, one of my favorite publishers out there of all time. So, this makes me really happy that this is actually now finally becoming a thing where the games are going to be releasing simultaneously across all platforms. And from what I've heard, the Xbox games should be play anywhere day one, which is great because then they'll work on the Xbox app as well on PC, which is fantastic. So that is a massive win for me as someone who has embraced the new Xbox ecosystem of play anywhere, being able to play your games on multiple devices. It has enabled, at least for me, it's just really, really worked out. Originally, I didn't see how it would work, but now that I've embraced it and used it and I've dived in, I can't really imagine another way of playing. So, great stuff, Square Enix, great stuff. Finally in this video, really short one, we've got Xbox Game Pass games coming up. You've got the Metal Slug Tactics, Goat Simulator Remastered, Flight Simulator 24, you've got Standard, The Rewinder, Turnip Boy, and the Harold Halibut, all coming. Now, of course, Go Mecho Ball, The Rewinder, Turnip Boy, and Harold Halibut are now entering Standard, but for those of you that are on Game Pass Ultimate, you'll be getting Metal Slug Tactics, Goat Simulator Remastered, and Flight Simulator 2024, which should be great, although that 64GB requirement is kind of crazy. But folks, that's it. 16 teraflops. Oh man, I'm guaranteed that he's still going to be, cheering this on and fighting that good fight. You do it, man. You do it. Fight that good fight. And with that said, if you have enjoyed the video up to this point, do consider leaving a like, subscribe, hit that bell to stay up to date with all content I release. I am trying to get to 8,000 subs by the end of the year. 10,000 would be brilliant, but 8,000 is my current goal at the moment. Hopefully we can get to that. And I will see you in the next video. Don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section below. Let me know your thoughts. What are your thoughts on the 16 terabytes as opposed to the 32 terabytes, the 4080, 4070 comparisons that they were doing? The tacked on the Xbox One X comparison. Also, what's your thoughts on Square Enix now pretty much embracing Xbox as a platform that can help them bring more revenue? Love to hear your thoughts, and of course, the Game Pass games. Metal Slug is one that I'm probably going to get my son to review. That should be really fun for him. He likes those sorts of games, so definitely something that he would make a small review on. I'm in the process of reviewing Life is Strange Double Exposure. There's a lot of stuff in there that kind of references the first game, so I've decided to go back to the first game and play that one first before jumping into Exposure. So my review for that's going to be a little bit delayed, but do look out for it and hopefully you'll enjoy it. But that's it. I'll see you tonight on Twitch if you're about, where we go and play our waifu games, Tower Fantasy, and potentially a bit of Genshin Impact. But otherwise, I'll see you in the next video or on Tuesday in our next stream, where we will be having a lot of fun mocking and taking the piss. Nah, just kidding. We should leave them. We should leave them. But hey, at least they're paying full price and I'm not. And I'm not even a pony. Beats out. Remain legend.